Welcome to the Night Club, guys. It's your host and Night Renter. I finally have my truck back. I finally got it towed to my house after I destroyed the rear diff. Video on that coming up shortly to show you guys what actually happened. Today we're actually going to be going through designing a 2D timing curve for the SSLS ignition system. It's actually a pretty easy process, but the software doesn't lend you to a lot of shortcuts, so bear with me and we're going to go ahead and jump on this thing together. So the first thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to open this little program that has three little snakes on it. That's actually the tuning software itself, and you're going to open up a screen that kind of looks like this. It's kind of bland. It's a little bit difficult to use when you're first understanding how to use it, but it's not that hard after you actually get used to it. So what you're actually going to do, you're going to go up here, you're going to hit communications and download from EEPROM. When you do that, it's going to go ahead and come up with a little box that's basically giving you the firmware ID, basically telling you that it actually has communication to your box. You're just going to hit OK, and then you're going to wait a couple seconds while your computer downloads whatever map is currently on your system. So we're going to hit OK. Basically, the way the software works is that unlike the MSD software where you can be tuning everything in real time, the SSLS software relies on you taking the timing graph from the system, editing it, and then putting it back into the system. A primary reason for doing this is probably because, let's say you're in the middle of editing or whatever and your computer dies, because the timing map was still in your system while you were editing it, nothing happened to whatever computer was on your vehicle. Jumping back onto the screen, you're going to see that it says download from EEPROM, and then it says it was downloaded and ready for editing. So you're going to hit OK, and basically it's giving you the parameters of what your system is actually designed to work with. So on this particular map, I have it installed with the 1-bar map sensor, or you can disable it. You can go 2-bar, 3-bar. In reality, since we're doing a 2D timing curve, we're going to go ahead and disable the map sensor, and we're going to go custom table since we're not going to be using the little selector dial. We're not going to do individual cylinder timing. That's going to be for another video. We're not going to do step retard. And this last option right here, it's fixed maximum RPM. So you can decide to limit the maximum RPM digitally, or you can do it by the dial that's on the actual ignition box. I have it set up on the dial, so we're going to go ahead and just leave that blank. I don't know what delay comp is. I forgot to ask, but I'm not going to worry about it because it hasn't been affecting anything yet. So after you push OK, it's going to go back to a blank screen. Okay, so now right here in the corner, it says downloaded data because the ignition box already downloaded the ignition table into your laptop. In order to see that, you're going to go ahead and hit edit, and you're going to hit edit timing table. So when you hit edit timing table, whatever timing table that was in your ignition box, whatever was in your ignition box is going to be pulled into this bottom area right here. Because it's a 2D timing map, you're not going to see any kind of colors or anything up here. The only thing you're going to see is your RPM up top, and on the left you're going to see no map. Basically, it doesn't change based on how much or how little vacuum your engine is producing. So basically right here we've got no map, 0, no map 0. So I'm going to ignore no map, and we're just going to go 0 RPMs, which is basically cranking. I've got it set up at 13 degrees of timing. While it's warming up and idling, I got it set up at 18 degrees, or this one says 17.9, but 18 degrees. At 1,000, I've got it set up at 22 degrees, at 1,500, 25, and then from 2,000 all the way to red line, I've got it to 28. So to change this is actually super easy. So we're going to go ahead and take this 500, and we're going to change that to, let's say, 20. And we're going to change the 2000 one, and we're going to go ahead and change that to 30. So then you've already made the changes on it. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and save edits to buffer. Save table edits to buffer is basically it takes whatever's on your screen right now, the map that's on your screen right now, and it puts it like in a special section, like basically ready to be shipped off. After you hit save edits to buffer, you're going to hit communications again, just like you did for when you pulled the ignition timing map off of your ignition box, off of the SSLS into your laptop, instead of hitting download, now you're going to hit upload. So you're going to take the ignition map or whatever's in your buffer, then it's going to get sent into the EEPROM, basically your ignition box or your SSLS. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hit save table edits to buffer like I mentioned before. Now that lower table is disappeared and it's ready to be shipped off to the SSLS, we're going to hit communications, upload to EEPROM. Basically, it's telling you what the system is. Again, just like when we downloaded it, it just ensures that we have communication to the ignition box. We're going to hit OK, and then we're just going to wait. After you're waiting, your laptop is sending the information to your SSLS, and then your SSLS is going to program it into its main system. So then now you're just waiting for up here, instead of downloaded data, there you go, upload complete. Remember to cycle the power off for 5 seconds and then go again before starting the engine. So now you're ready to go. So now at this point, all you got to do is turn off the ignition switch, turn it back on, and then if you want to check it again, all you got to do is the same thing. You open up communications and download from EEPROM, and then you're going to go ahead and hit edit timing table, and then if the timing table that you pull from the box matches the ones that you sent to the box, it means that your ignition box is running properly. I don't know exactly what will happen if after you send your custom timing table and then you switch the timing table dial. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen, but just go ahead and set it to whatever table, create a new map, a 2D map, upload it into the box, and you won't have to worry about it. In a future video, I'm going to go ahead and do a 3D timing map, so we are taking it easy on this one, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Night Rancher out.